Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been about 3 weeks, but we weren't going to leave y'all alone. Dynamic duo Black and Mac back on your screens. Another episode of the Smoke Pit. And a lot of life has been lifing. As you can see, I am indoors, and that is because we missed one episode because I was driving my son cross country to Arizona and moving with his friends, which left the room, which is why I'm here. I'm still trying to set this shit up how I want it. But you've also been busy, my guy. How you been?
I have been. It's been a busy time, bro. But I am actually really happy right now.
You're in a good place. That's good.
I'm in a very good place, man. So my mom's in town.
Okay.
So I can't cuss tonight. So
you doing the Smoke Pit if you can't cuss? Ooh-wee.
So we'll see how I get through this one. There'll be a lot of navigation.
Yeah. Well, what's all this shit? You changed some shit up?
I did nothing.
I ain't never seen shit like this. Hold on.
Ignorance.
This should be. Hey, we'll be right back.
Shenanigans are afoot here.
Yeah, shenanigans are afoot. Y'all know what it is. Episode 189 of the Smoke Pit starts right now. You are tuned in to the Dat Feeling Podcast Network, reminding you to always question the answers.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Yeah, it's still here.
We kind of know what it is, something like that. You didn't find anything? Because I was sitting there looking.
You know what? We do have this new show on the network called the D1 Ignorant Podcast.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get some guys in here who can help us explain exactly what's going on. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah. Do that.
Oh. Hey, fellas.
The motherfuckers chilling in the damn back.
Yo. Hey, word, man.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been under a rock and haven't been tuned into probably one of the more, you thought our show was polarizing. These brothers here, they and listen, we brought them on to fill the gap because we were trying. If you long-time listeners, you remember Prove Me Wrong. We were trying to do a sports podcast on top of the Smoke Pit, on top of fucking the anime joint, on top of the fucking wrestling shit. We're like, you know what? We doing too much. So fortunately, my man Black reached out to over here. They already had a show cooking, D1 Ignorance, and talk about sports and other stuff. So they decided to join the team, and they've been on fire ever since joining.
Yep.
So ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than 2/3 of the D1 Ignorant Podcast. We got my man JJ, and then the homie Scully on the far right on my screen. I don't know if it's left, right on your screen. What's up, fellas? Appreciate you guys joining the show, man.
What's good, y'all? Pleasure to be here. Like you said, it's 2/3 of the crew. The other third of the crew is down in the Big Easy right now. No invitation. Little upset, but it is what it is. Safe travel.
He had to go venture off on Bourbon Street by himself. That's
a dangerous place to be by yourself.
He's gonna make a wrong turn. You know this.
I told him, long as he bring me back a Creole woman and some pralines, I'm good.
What's your confidence that he's gonna do that?
It's like -1 out of 10.
So he out there alone and unafraid?
No, he's not alone, but
I was about alone, unafraid, unsupervised. He cutting up. He might not make it back.
He might be coming back with $10,000 worth of childcare, but neither here nor there.
Hey,
if he's if he's looking to join a group of people that that owe a lot of childcare. I heard there's a concert series with a lot of people that are there's a concert series that has a lot of openings he can join and probably
Yes.
What, Jackson 5?
the next but we could go ahead and roll into this this smoke break and talk about a few things. I think this is going to be a good segment now that the ignorance has been quadrupled on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this week's segment of Smoke Break. So, like, I'm not really trying to track things with this, right? It's just stuff that just keeps popping up on my timeline. But apparently, this 4th of July is supposed to be special. 250 years of American greatness, and so forth and so on, right? Don't Scully. Scully. So unbeknownst to me, you know, with all the tours and things going on, there's been an even bigger musical experience. You're like, Coachella, get that out of here. You know, fucking Astroworld Tour, get that the fuck out of here. Rolling Loud, what? Let me tell you guys about fucking Freedom 250 concert series. So I'm assuming you guys are tracking. Like, this isn't going at all the way they planned it would go.
I've actually never heard of this. Actually, this is the first time I've heard.
Say word. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Hey, let me just run down the
buckle up.
Let me run down the guest list of what they thought was going to be slapping.
Mm-hmm.
Certified.
So, they had Bret Michaels, the Poison, the singer from the band Poison. If you weren't born in the 80s or 70s, you probably don't know who the fuck this man is. Martina McBride, a country music star. They had the Commodores, right? They were locked and loaded for this.
You lost it. You lost it.
He got out the car. You had Morris Day in the Time. You had Young MC, Flow Rider, right? Don't do that face, JJ. What the you see his face? He tried to keep it straight. Vanilla Ice, Milli Vanilli, and then some bands from the different branches of the military. So that was the lineup. What if I told you, here are the people who dropped out the minute they realized it wasn't like just a celebration, but like a thing to back the president?
Propaganda. Yeah.
Bret Michaels was like, hell nah. Martina McBride was like, nah, I can't do it. The Commodores was like, we ain't doing it. Morris Day and the Time backed out. And Young MC backed out. CNC Music Factory has been contacted, and they're kind of on the fence if they want to do it or not. But Flow Rider's still on board. Vanilla Ice is still on board. Milli Vanilli still on board, and obviously, like, Kid Rock is going to do his thing. So,
should I?
The floor is yours, bro.
Okay.
Floor is all yours.
What the hell? First of all, so y'all remember in what movie was that? Last House. Do you need some money? Like, because what Flow Rider definitely needs that check. I don't even. I can't.
Who was that? Set It Off with he was. Do you need?
This is Best Man.
Oh, Best Man.
There you go. It was Best Man. Do you need some money? Like, what are we doing? And then the other thing is, like, shout out to all the people backing out. Whatever. What did y'all think this was? Like, who called y'all? Who did y'all? We're anything involved with that Nacho Nazi is going to be a big old whatever. And then also the last thing I'm gonna say, and I hope I don't alienate some of y'all's guests.
They know what it is. You tuning in to Smoke Pit.
I was about to say, I saw something basically where there was a woman, is a white woman. She's a content creator. She's like, I'm the foremost expert on white trash, and she's like, you don't have to be poor to be white trash. Sometimes you can be a millionaire, even a billionaire. And basically, I think the reason that Trump is so popular is because he is the epitome of white trash. This whole lineup, Kid Rock, bro. Like, I don't care how racist you are. I don't care if you want every Mexican and Muslim and whoever out of this country. There is just no amount of racism that can make me think that Kid Rock is a good artist. I won't even lie to myself. Like, there's only so much lying to myself I could do before it's like, all right, Kid Rock is where I draw the line. Like, you can deport as many people as you want, but Kid Rock, though, like that's what we're doing.
It's like we keep it him. he's staying, but everybody's
like, really, like, there's so many better racist singers.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
But I mean, so here's my thing. Like, how come he didn't reach out to Snoop or Nelly? Like, they was 10 toes down for the inauguration, and I think they're bigger names. Like, so here's the wild part about Milli Vanilli. One of them was like, I'm not going to do it, and the other one was like, I still plan to perform. Sir, no offense to Milli Vanilli, but weren't y'all put on blast for not really singing?
One of Milli Vanilli, they're dead.
No,
that's Chris Cross. That's who you thinking of.
No, I'm serious. One of Milli Vanilli's members are dead. That's why I was like,
it just says Fab. I'm surprised.
Unless the other guy, unless the Vanilli in the group.
Fab Morgan confirmed he still intends to perform for the 90s night themed June 26th show.
I mean, yeah. Milli Vanilli is like completely on brand, if we're being honest. Like that's just going, that's leaning all the way in on
very much
everything with them. It's like, hey, we don't sing anyway, so we might as well. Like,
but this dude is on a quest. Like, I'm no lie. He's on a mission to prove that he could actually sing. He's been doing this for years. So him being on the show don't surprise me. It's just the fact that you booked Milli Vanilli.
So he's been
those circumstances
to the world like, I can really sing.
Yes.
And nobody's believed him yet.
No.
Because he had to have been on the quest since the late 80s.
Very much.
Hey, some people just,
there's a whole documentary. I don't know why I watched this.
Some people just don't know when to stop, or start.
This man's on a one-piece quest.
Is that
to prove he can sing?
Looking for the fucking One Piece. JJ, what's your thoughts on it, man? Like, any of these? Let me just say, Flow Rider will be down here during the Busch Gardens summer concert series here in Williamsburg. So he's a yearly, he's on the books every year to come here. Him and Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC. So I'm glad he can still come see his loyal fans in Williamsburg before going in and shutting the nation down on July 2nd at the Freedom 250 Fest. But what are your thoughts on it, JJ?
I mean, I got two things. First and foremost, for all the people who are into this, I don't think they pay attention to this show, but we're gonna say it anyway. Didn't we try this song and dance with Clanchella? I mean, whatever that rally was,
the halftime show.
Oh, yeah, the halftime show. Like, didn't we already?
By the way, I'm taking Clanchella. That's
merch.
Chef's kiss.
Merch.
Just saying, like, didn't we already try this song and dance? And we saw how it went. I mean, nobody really saw how it went, but at the end of the day, we tried this already. Apparently,
what is the obsession with Kid Rock? Like, I keep going back to Kid Rock. Like, why Kid Rock? Why are they trying to force him on us like this? I mean, it's the president. He forced.
He's only. I would say, like, he's probably the only semi-relevant celebrity that comes out. And it's like when Kid Rock comes out, people are like, I've heard of him. Outside, they start bringing other people
Who
out.
the hell has? That's what I'm saying. Who's heard of him?
Like, I know of Kid Rock. He came out and he was supposed to, like, on the tail end of, like, Eminem, white people out of Detroit rapping and stuff. So he had this weird trying to rap the bot, whatever it was. I don't even know the lyrics. Bot did it, and then he was like a rapper, and people were like, oh, this dude's dope.
Oh, every time I heard his name, I kept thinking of Schoolhouse Rock, and it's just was like, what is going on? And then it's like, wait, why is I'm Just a Bill singing? And it's like, oh wait, no, Kid Rock is a whole nother person.
I'm just
like literally, I'm not even talking about like I'm
sitting on Capitol Hill.
Like I really like every time I kept hearing Kid Rock, I'm like, what? Is this Schoolhouse Rock? Like legit. I didn't know who he was.
This is how you know Scully has been around the youth for too long, because he's the teacher of the group. Anyways, we're getting off topic. This is what we needed in our life. More smoke pit ignorance. But the second thing I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been living under a rock, and if you haven't checked out what we talk about on the D1 Ignite University podcast, I can name 5 concerts off the top of my hand that I would much rather sit through than whatever this Clanchella Part 2 is. One of those being Sign Me Up for Soulja Boy at SeaWorld.
Absolutely.
I would take Rick Ross at SeaWorld before I listen and tune in to whatever y'all have planned. Flo Rida, I mean, the guy that, no offense to him, the guy whose biggest hits are Low, Whistle, Good Feeling. Your president's in trouble. He's been in the Epstein files, and these are like, never mind. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
I mean, Flo Rida is also at his own set of controversies. That's why I'm just like, maybe they just linked up, like, oh, you too? Come through, my boy. Like
that's exactly what it is. That's all these folks. You know, you got the country representation, and then they all backed out because we're like, look, we're trash, but we're not this trash. And then the Commodores are just like,
why'd you call it?
Still, you know,
Yeah.
Lionel Richie.
Y'all knew what year it was. Y'all know what was going to happen.
In the Commodores. It's Lionel Richie less Commodores. Like, who is y'all?
Like, what are we doing?
Sing hello. That's not us. That's not us. That's
no, we're not doing that.
Do Brick House. I don't think we can do it without him.
We can't do that here.
Yeah. But I'm just looking at this like it's like you said, Scully, like when they were invited, hey, would you be interested in doing this concert during the 4th of July weekend around DC? All right, cool. And then the more they get into it, like, you know, the president's just like, yeah, I've invited the best. Like, oh, you've invited. This caught me off guard. I think they were cool with it until their names started getting blasted out. Like, you're lined up with this, and they started seeing some backlash and whatever
got too high.
Yeah, whatever support they had, they were just like, I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's the Kid Rock bat signal. It's like when you see that silhouette in the sky.
He shows up.
When you see that Kid Rock silhouette in the sky, that's when they're like, oh no, we got to get out of here. Because there's only one person that's asking for Kid Rock in 2026. And it's like, yeah, I am in danger. And then you got to get us out of here.
You remember they were trying to put a countrywide tour together, and like Ludacris was kind of mentioned, and then motherfuckers was like, Ludacris, I swear to fucking, he's like, I had nothing to do with that. I don't know who put my name in that.
He said, wait.
It was
hold up.
Jason Aldean, Kid Rock, some other bands like Incubus, like, bro, you know Kid Rock gonna be front and center.
You know, he's the only one. I think he really just is the only one that's just like, yeah, I'll take it out. If the check's clear, I'm going. Like Kid Rock just always gonna say yes. At this point, it's like, yeah.
Wherever you go,
yep.
So are we gonna make
paying them in crypto?
Are we gonna make merch with Clanchella, like just 3Ks?
Yes, we will. Like, we're starting production on that immediately.
The minute the show is over.
I'm gonna pull up with the shirt. Yeah. People be like, "Where can I get that?" And I'm like, I don't know if you want to know. You don't want to know.
Look, fella, if we're gonna start production on Clanchella, we got to do it like Django Unchained. That was a good try there, but next time, let's do it again.
But like, did you like? I bet you go to ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, if I was gonna make a concert lineup of super conservative artists who, like, I'm pretty sure these names would not have come up, but I don't know how." He probably was like, "Hey, Alexa, play me the most random ass shit you can think of." And each artist that came on, he's like, "Oh, I fucking dig that shit. Call them." But
Honestly.
Speaking of more disappointing lineups, let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, who
Oh my goodness.
have exited the postseason in the most horrendous of fashions. So they made the trade in February. They sent who I thought was a pretty solid 2 guard, and Darius Garland, or he was running the point. I'm sorry, over to LA. I think they even sent like some picks maybe to get James Harden to come to them and be like, this is the man who's going to take us over the hump. I want to hand this over to our D1 fam who talk about sports way more entertainingly than First Take and all that other shit. So we'll start with you, Scully. When you saw the trade go down, were you thinking like they just don't want to win? Did you think like
I wasn't thinking nothing at all? I don't think nothing about James Harden in 2026. I think nothing. It's just like, oh, it's James Harden. Okay. Like if this were 10 years ago in his prime, when like if Rockets James Harden got traded there, I still wouldn't think nothing of it, honestly. But like, no, I'm kidding. I'm just being funny. But like maybe even 5 years ago, like forget 10. Like when he first, like if this would have happened when he first like left Brooklyn, for example, I think I would have been more like, okay, this is intriguing. Like I kind of can get behind this a little bit. Like I don't like it, but I can get behind it. Yeah. Now it's just like, yeah, you know, like we know what James Harden is at this point. Like we know it's 15 step backs, 35 points. Sometimes he'll go 4 for 31 because he just keeps shooting. Fact. And then when it's all said and done, he's gonna pull up to the strip club. We know what we get with James Harden. We know what we get. We know.
What about you, JJ?
When he's right, he's right.
I mean, like,
look, Scully pretty much hit everything on the head. And there was a comment that popped up. Cleveland, they pulled a Harden and choked. No, they didn't. They pulled a hard on and choked because why are you trading for someone like a James Harden? Again, in his prime, I get the move.
Exactly.
In this day and age,
no.
James Harden, really? Like, oh, the missing piece in Cleveland is James Harden. No, it's not, because what that tells me, you don't have faith in Donovan Mitchell, which none of us have had faith in Donovan Mitchell to be that guy. And now, what are you going to do? Because you didn't just exit the playoff. You got whooped. Like,
for nothing.
Let's call it what it is. Like, yeah, it was 4-0. The Atlanta Hawks put up more of a fight than y'all did, and the Hawks got dunked on by 50 in their exit.
They were up 2-1. Like, that feels like so long ago now. They were up 2-1, and the Knicks ain't lost a game since.
It's true.
Like,
yeah.
In the wrestling world, we blame Danhausen.
We blame Danhausen. 100% blame Danhausen.
So my thing is, like,
yeah, definitely.
So my biggest thing and why this hurts so much is I remember watching game 1 and Cleveland was up by like damn near 30.
Yep.
Like with 8 minutes to go in the game. I'm just like, well, shit, this one's a fucking wrap, you know?
Soil did.
And then Jalen Brunson was like, we're fucking dumb. Like they got Harden. Just go. Whoever has Harden, just fucking go. And like legit, when you just watch clips, because I watched somebody break it down on YouTube, I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know why.
Mike Brown said it out his mouth. He's like, hey man, when we was in Golden State, we was just like, look hard, just go right at him. He said
go right at him
in the press conference.
Yeah,
he doesn't play defense. He never has played defense.
And that's the confusing part is when they traded for him, it's like, okay. The whole problem with Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell together was, it's 2 ball dominant guards who are small who don't play defense. Okay, cool. Well, my answer for that is
get an old
6'3", 37-year-old ball dominant guard that doesn't play defense. And now let's double down and possibly flirt with 42-year-old LeBron James. Because that's the offseason. That's the big offseason. Oh, and by the way, they won analytically. Don't forget. Analytically, they won the conference.
I don't know that, coach, but I'm just like, as a Laker fan, I am fucking it boils my fucking blood when coaches, because we had Darwin Ham who would sit there and legit watch us be up against the Nuggets by 10, and the Nuggets start walking us down, and I'm like, all right, Darwin.
You gonna sit right there and chew that gum?
Yes, he is.
Hands in your pocket. Hands in your pocket. We cool. I just thought I'd let the guys play through it. I'm like, what are we saving timeouts for? They don't roll over. The same rollover minutes. You don't start the next game. They got 20 timeouts. They just let these people just fail. So I don't know. I'm looking at it. James Harden, to your point, like Darius Garland, you got a dude who's in his prime or getting there. You got Donovan Mitchell.
He's like 26 years old. They're like 25, 26, whatever it was.
Yeah. So you had longer legs with this dude, the ability to kind of build around him and find pieces. Because Minnesota's kind of like that. They just had all these offensive dudes, and then they went and traded for Rudy Gobert. Like, it hasn't pushed them over the hump, but like now you got people who can focus on offense, and if they get beat, like Rudy Gobert's there, like you're not fucking doing shit. I think Houston kind of did that too when they went and got Dwight Howard. Like, all right, just be out there. If they get by you, got a rim protector. I think Cleveland thinks they have one, and what's the dude named Mobley or
Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. You got them twin towers down there,
right? But I mean,
they need growth. They need experience, though.
Yeah, that's why they're about to get a 42-year-old LeBron James.
You think LeBron heading over that way?
Because what the hell? No, like they're. I don't believe it, but I'm just saying, like everybody is like trying to make this happen, and I'm just like, no, stop it.
Yeah, I heard them talk about it on like First Take or some shit. Like, y'all just looking for shit to talk about now.
Exactly. Also, by the way,
yes,
Donovan Mitchell, bro.
Can we talk about him?
Donovan Mitchell, like, see, I've always had issue with Donovan Mitchell, just even going back to Utah, just in general, because it's just like, yeah, like he's good, but like there's a difference between superstars and stars. I think he's a star. I don't think he's a superstar, which I think is the difference. That's the first thing the issue I have with him. Second issue I have with him is he has too much. He has too much. There's no, I mean, he's never, as long as you are married to Coco Jones, you will never. I hope
do right by you. You will never do right by me.
I don't want to see him win a finals as long as Coco Jones is in his corner, because that's just too much. That's the greed they talked about in the Bible. Like you can't
have it all.
It's all. You can't have it all. It's not fair. It's not fair.
That jealousy is warranted. I agree there.
It's not fair. Like,
I mean, and this may be just me. I agree with no, it's not me, because you were like, he's a star. People are trying to build him up, because I remember his rookie year, he came in and they beat the Thunder when they had Paul George and everything, and he was I was like, this man is not playing like a rookie. And then went into Houston when they were running through the league, and they stole one game on their court. I'm like, this man he's got that dog in him. And then he disappeared more, I think, in that Knicks series, in that Pistons series, than James Harden did. And I'm like,
weird.
I agree.
They're such a weird team. Like, Evan Mobley should be taking that next step, and it just feels like he hasn't. Like, he's just kind of is what he is. And I feel like that's what it was. Like, this team was supposed to be built where, like, Evan Mobley was supposed to become the guy. And then, like, you have Donovan Mitchell, and then you have Evan Mobley, and James Harden really wasn't supposed to just be nothing but a distributor. But what happened was not that. And so, like, I don't know. Like, it's weird. And now they're talking about trading. It's not Evan Mobley. If anybody gets traded, it's probably going to be Evan Mobley, because he's the only one on there where it's like any type of value. But they should not do that, I don't think. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in Cleveland now, because now they're about to get a new head. They just hired their new head coach.
I thought they said he was staying. They fired that dude?
Or no.
No, he's still there.
Yeah.
So they hired their new GM.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. But it's a lot going on in Cleveland. I don't know what's about to happen.
Cleveland's problem. Well, let's go Donovan Mitchell first. Donovan Mitchell's problem is he's always been in a small market. And I think him being in a small market limits the people that he could play with, because you're not going to get any stars to go into those smaller markets.
Unless
unless you pay big money for them. So he needs the ability, and I haven't seen this out of him yet, is make everyone around him better.
Right.
I haven't seen that from him yet. I'm not saying it's not there, but I haven't seen that ability out of him to where when it's clutch time, because we've seen it in the Knicks series, we've seen it at points throughout the season too. When it's clutch time, you could take the game over consistently. We haven't seen that out of him, but also he hasn't had that person that you could feed off of. And I think that's what the Cavs were thinking they had in Harden. They were sorely wrong. They thought they had somebody that he could feed off of, and it kind of takes the heat off of him a little bit. And with the pieces that you have left around him, it's enough to get them over the hump. It's just not. You need someone there that's a presence to where you could take over whenever you need to. And for the rest of the time, you're just managing the game. He can't be the guy, and that's his issue.
Yeah, Harden was a presence in them strip clubs, though. Man,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, you can't go immediately after getting.
You gotta watch the bad taste out your mouth. I get that, but in Cleveland though,
that's what like
Cleveland?
like
you on the Great Lakes is wild, bro.
Like you hitting
Like
the
how?
clubs in Cleveland immediately.
At 40 years old, almost like you know. It's
Them
just-
Cleveland clubs
I
got
will
it. They got
say-
them on lock, bro.
I will say, Donovan had a chance to get out of small market. Like he didn't have to re-up with the Cavs because he
True.
went there and their plan was like, we can impress him and he'll re-sign. He could
I
have
think
easily went to a bigger market.
He's from New York. I think he wanted to be a New York Knick, and it just he would have had to get traded to get there, and they weren't going to trade him there. So
I think they
Cleveland wanted him.
because they already had Brunson.
Well, yeah.
No, this is before.
Yeah.
This is well before Brunson. This is when he
Oh,
first
really?
got to Cleveland.
Oh,
This is when
okay.
Brunson was still in Dallas, and
Wow.
he hadn't signed yet. And I'm like, everybody kept saying, "Oh, Donovan Mitchell's going to go to the Knicks because he's a hometown kid. He's from New York.
Yeah.
He wants to
Yeah.
go to a
I
big
do
market."
remember that.
Like, and then he just got traded to Cleveland, and then New York signed Brunson, and everybody was like, "What the hell are they doing? What are they doing? Why?" And it's just like, it's just all kind of butterfly effect. Like, imagine if he would have ended up going to the Knicks, you know?
Speaking of, we already talked about Eastern Conference. Let's talk about this Western Conference series, which is more entertaining, right? Depending on who you talk to. But a lot of the conversation around this series is OKC playing the flop card a lot. Are y'all agreeing with this or not? And especially when it comes to Shai Gilgeous, because I think the game 4 game 5 that they played and won, he had 32 points, but he had 16 out of 17 free throws, and people are just like, yes, it's 32 points, but look how he's getting them. Y'all got any problems with how he's manufacturing the points? Like a Houston James Harden, like just averaging 12 free throws at more than that a game. Do y'all think that's good for the game, bad for the game? Well, what's up with that?
I hated it when James Harden did it, but I think it's overblown now because we have social media. So like everybody's got their montages that they're putting together. Because I'm like I said, they made rules for James Harden. Like they made a whole set of rules to stop James Harden from flopping and his egregious, and not just him, Trae Young as well, and several others. But like those were the two poster boys for it. But I feel like it's slightly overblown. I mean, we're to the point now where like Jason Williams is on ESPN making segments called Life Alert, and I fall in and I can't get up, and I'm just like, bro, like it has never been this bad. Like he is not flopping any more than anybody else to me, just from what I've seen. Is it bad? Sure, I hate flopping in general, but like the refs are the ones at the end of the day. Like he ain't telling the refs to call it, bro. Like it's just, like I mean, you don't become a 2-time MVP by flopping. Like I get what people are trying to say.
Yeah.
But like it's going a little overboard. Now he's not helping it when you're sending cease and desist letters to people who are making fun of you. But I feel like it's going a tad overboard now. Like it's like we're acting like he's the only person in the league that's ever flopped.
True. What about you?
This is true.
I mean, kind of like Scully said, it's not good, but it's really not bad. It's more overplayed out because of the day and age that we live in. We kind of touched on this a little bit during the last Ignis show that I was on. The physicality of the game is really going away. Like players aren't able to, put their shoulder on somebody without being, oh, you touched me. It got to be dramatic and be theatrical about it. Like basketball's turning into theater, which is weird to say, but for some of the players, they take advantage of it because it's like, oh, if I can just get the ref's attention and from their angle, if they blow that whistle, boom, I win, right? But the Western Conference, dude, we knew in the beginning of the season it was going to boil down to San Antonio and OKC. We didn't think it was going to be the way that it was because San Antonio was putting belt to ass on OKC during the season.
They beat them during the regular season. They did not lose to them.
Yeah, man, like it was crazy. Like San Antonio was handling business, and now we're here, and it's like, okay, if you would have asked me in this series, who am I taking? I would have said OKC for sure, hands down, if it ended in 6. Because we're going to a game 7, and because Wemby is a freak, I don't care about the OKC home court advantage. I don't care that they're the defending champions. If Wemby goes in there and gets hot, and then Julian Champagne, that man, if they can both stay consistent the way they did in game 6,
yeah,
I think OKC's in trouble.
By the way, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, and Devin Vassell have all been balling, and that's the other part of it. The only thing that scares me about San Antonio, whether it's in this series or even if they get to the finals and play New York, is their depth. It's the only thing that kind of is like when Wemby's on the bench, it's a little, I don't know. But we just saw Jalen Williams is out for game 7, so I don't know. I mean, they've been playing well without him, but like this is game 7, so like you need everybody. So I don't know.
I think they didn't need him for game 6. He could have sat.
He really could have.
Yeah, definitely could have.
No. SGA shooting 20 at minimum. He gonna get to the line.
Oh, most def. In OKC, he's going at least 30 times. So
I'm not trying to be conspiracy theories shit either, but you see people like that, like the NBA just wants him to get there. So
it depends on who the ref crew is. If Scott Foster's in game 7, we know what this is.
Oh, absolutely.
They
scratching his head after he was like, "Hey man, why you ain't challenged the player?"
I don't know what the hell you talking about. Like, bro, get this man out of here.
Get under investigation, my boy.
Tony Carruthers, bro. Like, get out
of here. Challenge that. My bad.
That's me. Oh, me. Oh, I was. Oh, next time,
the company man, Scott Foster. Up here.
Next time, I got it. Next time, I swear to God.
Hey, I'm gonna call a foul for you, bro. I'm gonna make it even.
This is terrible that we know these refs, bro. This is terrible. We should not know refs.
But when they get in front of that camera and start they be like, Tony be the worst.
But that's what I'm saying. We know these. They don't talk nearly like the NFL. You see those refs all the time. Like they're talking, they're telling you the flag, whatever. Yeah. We don't know none of their names. The NBA, we know Scott Foster. How the hell do we know Scott Foster like he's our own family? We've been watching Scott Foster for 20 plus years of our lives.
Up.
Yeah, and same with the Tony Crothers or brother or
It's Crothers.
Crothers, yeah, him, and he's getting ready to retire and be a mayor in New Jersey. Good God help that city. Yeah. Like we shouldn't know refs like this, like the way we know players. Like,
right? I don't know. It's crazy, but
it's crazy.
Up to 2, who would you rather see play the Knicks? And do you see the Knicks winning the championship this year?
I'm gonna go San Antonio only because of the fact that honestly, I don't want to see 2 of the same color franchises in the finals. Like Jesus Christ, we're gonna have blue, white, orange, blue, white, orange. It's like, oh, you're
was like, what you mean by that? What do you mean?
No. I know what he's saying. I knew what he was talking about.
He leaned in. I was like, what do you mean by that?
Go ahead, Scully.
No. I'm with my thing. I think. See, I'm like beginning of the season. I said San Antonio. Right. I'm leaning slightly to OKC right now, and I feel like on paper they match up better with the Knicks and would beat them. But if either one of them, I think the Knicks very well. At first, I was like, no, the Knicks are getting beat. But I'm like, now I'm starting to think. I'm like, I don't know. The Knicks might, if it goes 7 games,
Mhm.
Knicks might surprise some people. But that being said, I think they're going to end up playing Oklahoma City. If I'm going with my heart, I'd say Oklahoma City.
Bro, the fact that you just said that takes me to what Boss Man has been saying on social media. If New York wins the chip, bro,
there won't be a city of New York.
They win or lose. Like
goodbye,
New York. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if the Knicks realize what they did to the city.
They definitely don't.
Yeah,
they definitely don't.
Because if they play OKC and OKC wins, and old boy's like shooting 15 to 20 free throws a night,
he won't be able to show his face in the city.
The rest are gonna die.
Oh, most definitely. You cannot step foot.
They will be hit with bricks.
Scott Foster's hotel room will be guarded 24/7 by security.
It would have to be.
I don't even know if that'll work.
That city is wild. They ain't even winning series. They win a game in a series and they cutting the fuck. They ripped a Sixers jersey.
Bro, they trampled J.R. Smith. Poor J.R. Smith.
The dude was wearing it and they just ripped it off his back and kept it pushing like, and
the NYPD flat out said, we are done. We're not doing it anymore.
That's what I said, bro. Y'all better call a division, man.
You know how bad you got to be for the NYPD? You know how bad you got to be for the NYPD of all people to be like, oh no, we can't.
Nah, bro, nah, we ain't messing with that.
Some of the biggest thugs in the.
If the most dangerous gang in New York is New York Knicks fans. Just like,
bro, the mayor was on a subway eating a burrito off the seat, bro. Like after the Knicks won, like come on, bro. This city they gonna go crazy.
They worse than Philadelphia.
100%.
Because they haven't been exposed to it. Philadelphia's done it in like 3 different sports. The Knicks have been because the Yankees ain't won shit. The Mets ain't won shit. The Jets ain't won shit. If the Knicks win, there may not be a city in New York anymore.
I mean, the Yankees could have won some shit if they didn't have Fat Joe fucking introduce him in that fucking World Series game. He saw what Ice Cube did for the Dodgers, and he was like,
"Yeah, like yo,
let me get in on that." Like, nah, New York, we got rappers too. I'm like, y'all couldn't get Kiss, y'all could get Jada.
Nah.
Imagine Jada. Oh no, imagine Jadakiss introducing the Knicks.
Oh, bro.
We outside. Like, yo, no, I'm from New York. Like, no, that joint was okay.
Oh my god. I'm just saying, keep Fat Joe away from them motherfucking Knicks, bro. He a curse. He gonna
please
lean back. I'm like, y'all done fucked up.
Hey, bro, watch. If they announce it, they gonna lose that game. You know it. You know it. Game 3, Fat Joe at halftime.
Bum, 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 bum.
Come on, New York.
Bro, every time I hear the intro to that song at age 30 and up, I'm just like, let this shit go, guys. This ain't the anthem. This ain't the anthem you think it is.
This is not that.
Boom, boom. Scott Scorch is like, yeah, I'm still making money off that shit. But that's a good discussion. But I do want to bring up our segment of Who's Mans, and this was something that has been 3 weeks in the making. I know we wanted to talk about it, Black, but we just couldn't find a time to meet up. But now that we got the ignorant folks here, I think it's time for us to get into our segment. Whose Mans is this?
Hey, who mans is this? Who mans is this? Who mans is this? I need to know.
As you see the name at the bottom, I'm pretty sure people are just like, oh shit, you're gonna talk. Goddamn right, we're talking about this goddamn roast. And
I know his middle name was Darnell.
Every time we do this, we try to bring up the government names, so there's no denying who we're talking about.
There's no debate.
Yep.
We talking about you.
Oh, you talking about Kevin Darnell. So I don't know if anybody here has seen the roast in its entirety. I did not, because I was like 3 hours. God damn, this ain't a Marvel movie. So I did go see clips, and then I saw some of the jokes that were being told. I'm like, well, let me go kind of watch a little bit more to see if there's one of those you didn't get the full context of the joke. And some of these things, I'm like, I don't know if full context is needed when you're making these jokes. Now, for those who haven't heard, the roast of Kevin Hart was on Mother's Day, I believe, Sunday the 10th.
Yep.
And like any other roast, people were just expecting jabs at the person who it is and some raunchy kind of jokes. But then things started going to me. I'm just like, bro, I'm expecting raunchy jokes about the person. Now you're talking about a collection of people who have like legit nothing to do with this stuff, right? And then the one that really had me like, I want to fucking talk about this shit is when known racist Tony Hinchcliffe went up there. I'm like, why are you inviting this motherfucker to shit, right? And you know he gonna say some off the wall shit, and he just out of nowhere was just like, "You're doing so well, George Floyd," the whole George Floyd thing, and I'm just like, there's no setup, no punchline, no real reason for that outside of just being a fucking racist motherfucker. So obviously Kevin Hart comes under fire, but before we get into like Kevin on the Breakfast Club trying to defend himself, overall thoughts on that, like out of pocket, or is it one of those things where all these comedians are just now like, comedy is comedy, you just got to be ready for shit like that? How y'all feeling about the roast?
Well, I didn't watch a minute of it. But I mean, obviously, you know, with the internet, you see stuff.
Yeah.
But somebody made this point of like, you got comedians that complain about, oh, you can't be a comedian anymore. Everybody is sensitive. No. That's not the problem. Y'all just ain't funny. Like, if you gonna be punching at the wall like that, you at least got to be funny. Like, and a lot of y'all just aren't funny and trying to be offensive. Like, you got to pick a struggle. You either got to be racist or you got to be funny. You can't be both, or not be both. Can't not be both. Like,
right.
So that's the issue that people have. It's like, you don't even do it in a take, like, because there's been plenty of, like, Dave Chappelle. I mean, anybody could go and look at any of his old stuff. Racist as hell, funny as shit too.
Right.
He's actually funny. You know, like
funny with it.
Some of these new dudes ain't funny. That's what, and they don't see, and nobody's ever sat down and told them that. Like, brother, you're not funny. like you know, like, it's just, you know. So I don't know what it is, but you know, it's Kevin Hart, so I don't know what we expect.
JJ?
Kind of like you touched on, like Scully touched on. I watched bits and pieces of it, because trying to watch that shit live, honestly, that shit hurt. Even trying to go back to replay it was like, this too goddamn long. But thank God for the internet in moments like this, because clips came out. I don't know. Some of the jokes were funny when they were directed at Kev, because it's like, this is the roast of Kevin Hart. But then it's like, oh, no, everybody's catching stray. Kevin Wife caught a stray multiple times. Somebody that was just random caught a stray. It was like, what are we doing at this point? But for me, the thing that stood out was the whole Kevin Hart and Cat Williams beef, whatever. Yeah. It was finally resolved, but it wasn't resolved because even Cat Williams was like, yeah, fuck that short nigga. I don't like him. I'm still gonna do what I do afterwards. I'm like, yes.
I got that check.
Right. I got that check. I'm good. But yeah, man, the roast itself was just, I don't know. If that was your cup of tea, kudos to you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But I just miss old comedy specials, man, where you could actually just sit back, laugh, have a good time. Clips are not really funny like they used to be anymore, because like Scully said, you got to pick your struggle, especially in this day and age, because God forbid somebody comes off racist and they actually meant it. That shit wasn't funny. But if someone knows how to do it, aka Drewski, because we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
People that have the talent and the art for it, by all means, do it. Make it funny. Let's have a good time. Lighten the load a little bit. And then for everybody else watching, stop being a bitch. Like, I mean, you know, you don't have to be sensitive about everything.
Yeah. What about you, Black? What you think?
I'm gonna agree with everything everyone's saying so far. I think there's a line, right? So people like Tony Hinchcliffe, and he's made a thing out of this in the string. This isn't his first roast that he's done something like that, right? I think he was on Tom Brady's roast and he made something similar, and there was the same kind of backlash, right? So it's like the pattern is continuing itself. The thing is, if you have somebody that's doing that, and they understand the backlash, you gotta take that person for what it is, right? So if he got backlash at this one, he got backlash at the Tom Brady one, he shouldn't be on another roast. But in the name of comedy, he's probably gonna be, because people are like, it's jokes, it's their First Amendment right, blah blah blah. I get that, but at some point, like, y'all got to make it uncool to be going after a community like that. Because again, look at the backlash that Drewski had with the white face. People were up in arms about it, but it was funny, right? So if I'm with Scully, if you're gonna go there, be funny, and it wouldn't be such a big deal. But it's not funny, so. I said the same thing. If it ain't funny, then you're gonna have a problem, because people are gonna clap back at you. And like I said before, when you get the clap back, you got to shut up, because in the name of comedy, right? So the lick back is gonna come. Take it.
So Tony's part of this this group of comedians out of Austin. They perform at Joe Rogan's spot, The Mothership, right? And if you look at the comedians that perform there, the comedians that come out when they do the Kill Tony shows and stuff, that's kind of their stick. They're not there to be funny. They're like, I'm gonna try to say the most offensive thing, and the audience is just like, oh, that's crazy. He's good. And it's just because, you know, they go up there and they be like, oh, this dude, they say the word retard, they say the word, you know, fag, all that stuff. The stuff that people are just like, hey, you can't say that. They're like, well, we could say it, because why not? So there's not really jokes. Their stick is being offensive. And the more offensive you are there, the bigger you get, right? That's why, you know, Tony does tours, but like he's really selling out in, you know, I don't want to call the state what it, but like Tennessee and these southern states. Like he'll come up to New York every now and then, you know, and do some stuff, but like that's what he is. So to your point, Black, is like, you know, the kind of comedy this guy does. Why are you bringing him? Like, you know, he's tend to say some shit, but like it wasn't just a Kevin shit. Like Cheryl was up there, Underwood, the shit they were saying about her husband who committed. So I'm just like, yo,
that's
like,
dark.
I watched that shit. I'm like, do I really want to be a comedian if this is the shit I'm gonna have to sit through because of the love of the game? You know, like if I'm sitting up there and God forbid my wife passed away like that, and they just like the roast of Willie McCoy. Hey, remember when your wife boom, like cut live, like, bro, you ain't, this shit is off limits. So another thing I want to get to is I've been reading online that these jokes were written by writers and were vetted ahead of time. So people were like, I know what's about to be said. So you read this ahead of time. You're like, yeah, let's roll with it. Right. I'm okay with it. So I say that because I want to bring up the actual interview he had on Breakfast Club, where he's sitting there backpedaling like a fucking all-pro cornerback, you know, saying that nobody knew what the jokes were. Like they just do them. And I don't know who to believe. Like the internet saying these things were written by writers, you know, the writers were mostly white. And Kevin's just like, my production company is the one putting this on. I'm in charge of this thing. So I'm like, I don't know if this is really helping you, Kevin, saying you knew all of this shit was going to go down and you let it happen and you could have stopped it. But we'll play a little bit of it. We don't want to play the whole thing, but there's like a 17-minute clip that Breakfast Club put out. We'll let it ride. Where's the play button?
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't it's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say this, but I'm going to, because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set or one of the best sets between Tony and Cheryl, and I would say Naeem had a really strong
Naeem
set.
had a very strong set. I was laughing out loud at Tony until that.
Until the joke.
But not even just that joke. I don't like when people joke about violent, tragic death. I like Pete's set, and then I was like, why you had to say anything about Charlie Kirk?
Pete had a great set too. Pete had a Charlie Kirk joke in
Yeah.
it. Like,
I want to say this though, real quick. For the Charlie Kirk thing, here's my take on that. I think that was what's the best way to put it? Like linear damage, i.e., a white comedian made a joke about the death of a white person whose killer was also white. That's y'all problem. White people, if y'all want to be mad at them for that, be mad at them for that. My beef with the George Floyd thing is a white comedian making a joke about the death of a black man whose killer was white. And then it's just like, well, fucking, like everybody up there cool with that shit. Tiffany Haddish, you cool? And she probably get a segment later, but so that was my thing. So when people come to me and be like, well, why does nobody talk about the Charlie Kirk thing? I'm like, because I don't think that's my lane to talk about it as a black man. That's something y'all got to figure out over there, white people. So that's my take on that. Okay. I don't know if you guys thought different, like, hey, George Floyd should be on the table because Charlie Kirk was on the table to make fun of. But
and they use that as like a canceling point, right? You have two different jokes, and they both get kind of the same reaction, so they should cancel each other out. Oh, that's too far, right? But you go beyond, because if you live through the George Floyd situation, you know what that did. You know how people responded to that. You know what that looked like. You remember that moment in time, right? For Black people, we feel that completely differently from anyone else in America. Just like I'm pretty sure someone may feel Charlie Kirk's death a little differently on that side, right?
And
so
there was firing.
They fired people.
Jokes about
right? They fired people behind that. Nobody got fired behind George Floyd. People got fired up, but that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just think the reading of the room should happen when you think about these jokes. Read the room, bro. Like you see it's a majority of Black people because it's Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how that joke's gonna land. Right? Think about what people are going to feel because you have the culture tuned into this event. And even if it's not the majority of the culture, the word's going to get around. Right? And people are going to respond a certain way because you did this. And for the culture, George Floyd's death was deeply impactful.
Mm-hmm.
People still ain't over that, bro. That like there's celebrities that I know that are close to him that spoke out about this. They are not over what happened to this guy, right? Mm-hmm. Just like I'm pretty sure people aren't over what happened to Charlie Kirk. Mm-hmm. The difference is the people that ain't supposed to be joking about it ain't joking about it. That's the biggest difference.
Right. And, you said something because it took me back. I was, like I said, watching bits and pieces of it. If you watch that moment compared to every other skit or a joke here, a joke there, you can see the audience because, they pan the cameras around and people are, you got people falling out of their chairs. You got some people trying to catch their breath. You got some people, it wasn't really that funny, but I'll give them a little pity laugh. Right. When that joke was made, it was like you could hear a pin drop in that bitch. Like, it was when it happened, everybody was like, and then you had a couple people laugh in the background or whatever, and it was just like
try to break the awkwardness.
Right. Like you gotta read the room, man.
Yeah. What does my brother say? Everyone has their style of comedy. It's a roast, I get it. But when comedians don't check one another and let stuff slide, it's because it's a joke. Not everything is a joke. So I'm like, again, hopefully like we can reach out to Sam, but I know he's on the road doing his stuff because I want to get his thoughts. I'm not sure if they talked about it on his podcast, Illegal Opinions podcast. Go check it out wherever you check podcasts out. But it's one of those things where how far are we going to let comedians go with their claim of it's all in comedy? It's our job to bring this stuff to light, because then you start opening the door to people like Tony just spreading just straight racial hate and be like, it's a comedy set, firing motherfuckers up. Because we know they out here. Shit, in Virginia Beach, motherfuckers was just marching down the fucking the avenue.
Oh, I saw that.
And I'm like, now we just letting people just get on national TV saying some racial shit like that, firing these people up, but you can't hold them accountable because it's just jokes. Like, is that gonna? Are we pushing this to where, like, if it goes to court or anything, God forbid something happened, and they're just like, yeah, I just listened to a lot of Tony Hinchcliffe's stuff, and it really, and it's, like, are we holding Tony accountable, or is he gonna be like, I had nothing to do with that, I just tell jokes? Like, to our point, and I want this to remain the stance of the Smoke Pit. Just be funny with your shit. If you want to be controversial and all of that stuff, you're going to have to be funny, or it's just going to seem like fucking hate speech. Because there was no setup, no punchline. It wasn't a circle back. It was just, I'm going to just say this random George Floyd thing. Fam, where the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Where did that come from?
And to me, and they bring this up, I don't know the host's name that challenged him on this. When George Floyd passed away and he had the funeral, Kevin Hart went to the fucking funeral and chilled, like, with the family. You went to George Floyd's funeral with the family and consoled them and all that shit. You're hosting a roast. I don't want to put the tinfoil hat on and be like, Netflix be having these motherfuckers just doing what the fuck ever because they paid them, right?
Oh, most definitely.
I don't want to say, like, I want to believe like Kevin is not being controlled by money, but the realistic side of me is like, Netflix is
millions.
Like, Netflix said Tony's going to say this joke and you're going to like it. And then backlash is going to happen. You're going to have to defend him. It's, I don't know. I'm
television.
I'm super upset because, Cheryl's sitting there taking spear after spear about making fun of her husband jumping off a bridge. Cheryl was in the Air Force, but she wasn't allowed to fly. Neither was her husband, as he found out when he jumped off the bridge. So I'm just like, fam, like, I don't know. Like, that's what I was like, maybe being a comedian is not for me. Because if I ever have to stand there and just allow people to say off the wall shit about people I love and their untimely passing, that was a traumatic time in my life, but it's fun for y'all, fuck y'all. Because I'd sleep a motherfucker. I'd have
100%.
Hands would have to be placed on you on Netflix, and it would turn into a pay-per-view at that point. Like, it's a
the heat will immediately be off of Will Smith permanently.
Will be happy.
Yeah.
Now
you see
how he gets it. But, it's but the last thing I want to bring up is towards the end when they're talking about how the culture feels about it. He goes, nobody's done more for the culture of Black comedy than I have. Look at all the jobs I create. Look at all of this. Look at that. Look at this. Like, so many people ate from the money we made off the roast and stuff. How do you feel about when, like, something like this happens where it's a very controversial thing that happened in the Black community, the death of George Floyd? A lot of people don't take it funny. He let it happen, and his big thing is, I didn't tell the joke. Don't be mad at me. I didn't tell the joke. Be mad at Tony. Do you think people are allowed to be mad at him for allowing that to happen? Or is he kind of he's not wrong when he's saying, why don't y'all light Tony up with these comments? Why are y'all in my Instagram lighting me up? Talk about I'm tap dancing, I'm a coon, I'm this, I'm that. That who you said, JJ?
Go ahead, JJ.
Man, it's a hard conversation to have because kind of like what Mac, touched on, man. You want to have some kind of human sympathy, compassion for Kev, like man to man, whatever color you are, black, white, blue, purple, what don't matter. Like, just that human compassion and emotion. But then it's like, I don't know, because that money does things to people, and when you got everything, you got all the movie deals, you got everything, you got streaming deals, you got this, you got that. It's kind of hard, and to even go on the limb and say, oh, we knew about it ahead of time, that's hard to defend, like it's hard to look at it and be like, oh, you knew about it, so you knew it was going to happen, you just didn't know when, but you knew it was going to happen. But then, like Max said, now you're doing the James Harden step back because you're trying to piggyback and catch yourself and not fumble. It's really hard, dude. Like, the pressure is on. You're kind of breaking a little bit. And I don't know. Especially with the way times are right now, it's shaky. It's shaky.
Black?
All right. So you you knew the joke was coming. You let the joke happen. You immediately come out and defend, not really necessarily defend the joke, but defend that you didn't tell the joke, right? It's not me. Don't be mad at me. But you have to understand the position that you're in. You obviously understand it because you're like, people ate good off of this, right? You obviously understand your role in it. So understand that you should be the person that's fighting for it, right? You should be fighting for it not to happen. In this age where Black people's voting rights are getting tampered with, Black people's rights are being tampered with, the images of Black people are just out in the openly being and putting negative connotations, right? You have to understand your role specifically in this time period when everything's trying to be rolled back to desegregation, right? We're slowly working our way there, unbeknownst to a lot of people, because people just don't pay attention. But if you really pay attention, they are trying to reverse this clock quick, fast, and they're being successful at it. Someone at that level with a platform that big, when you assume that much money, bro, it comes with a lot of responsibility. If you don't understand it, cool, but understand that your image is something that a lot of people in the culture look up to. You have to be the person fighting for it, whether you like it or you don't like it. If you don't like it, cool, but still fight for it. But don't hang people out to dry with an interview like this, because what you're doing is dishing off responsibility. Your name was on the event. All people are going to remember is that this was Kevin Hart's event. Whether you like that or you don't like that, this is Kevin Hart's roast. And this joke got said at Kevin Hart's roast. And Kevin Hart is on an interview saying, I didn't tell the joke, why y'all mad at me? Sound like a sucker, bro. You sound like a straight up sucker that got paid, and now you don't want the trouble that came with your event. Fight for the people, man.
And I feel when it comes to that, for the people, the culture and stuff, he knows like people are mad at him. He's like, look at all I don't have to listen to them because look how successful I am. And then he just went into a spill of how successful his movies has been, his company's been, what they're putting together, new movie coming out on Netflix. Like the promotion he keeps doing for Netflix, like I feel like, bro, Netflix you're in their pocket, bro. Like, and you can't do anything to get out of it because you like the style, like the lifestyle you have. You like the money. The money is controlling you, and you could easily, you could do more for the community. You don't have to. That's you're your own person, but like Black said, and like you said, JJ, it's just, when you're out there, you just take that risk. You want to make that money. You want to put this production together. Like me and Black talked about when it came to the Drew C skit and Jake Paul wanting to do blackface to get back. Like, have at it, but the shit better be funny, because if it's not, shit should get shaky for you out here on these social media. Should get real shaky out here, and you can see it. Like Kev's Instagram, he's trying to post. He went to the Wale concert, posting pictures of him and his wife. They dressed up. They look beautiful together. People, you go to the comments, people putting gifts of raccoons in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, God damn, bro. Like George Floyd pictures in his comments. I'm just like, bro, you can't escape it now. Like,
yep,
this is you. This is how the community sees you now. And even though he tries to play it off like he ain't bothered, he out here living his best life, that shit gonna get to him, bro. That shit gonna get to him, man. So, but yeah, y'all got anything else to add before we get back to our regularly scheduled programming and wrap it up?
Drop Soul Food too. I mean, Soul Plane too. You'll be all right.
I was like, Soul Food too. We get another one.
I was like, we just finished talking about black stereotypes. We just go.
Shit, they already said they doing a Different World remake in September. Like,
oh,
shit.
they did. They did.
We just stop having people do remakes of classic ass shows. Like sometimes we don't need those. Just get the rights to Different World and put it on your platform. Let us rewatch it. Just do that.
Nah. We have no originality these days.
This like, what? You want us to do the easy thing? Nah, we want to ruin this shit. We want to ruin this.
We're gonna take it out back and shoot it.
Nobody from the original is probably gonna be involved, right? Like
I hope not.
The production, none of that stuff is just.
I don't listen, bro. I want my crush on Jasmine Guy to remain where it was. Okay, I don't need modern day Jasmine Guy.
Come back as like the dean of the university or something, and you're just
no, thank you. Leave her where she is, bro. Like don't ruin me.
My crush was Cree Summer. I was just like, there's something about this chick, man.
You right.
Jasmine,
that's a different show.
What was her name? Whitney on the show.
Whitley, yeah.
She was too uppity for me. I was just like, I don't like how she treated my man Dwayne. She too good for you? She too good for a brother? All right, bet. And this was me as a kid. Oh. I see how it is. But then they had the whole wedding thing and everybody fell in love. There's their favorite couple and shit.
For better or worse, baby, please.
I do. Ooh, boy, the crowd was eating.
Hey, Porter. Hey, Porter.
The crowd was sitting there like they was in the audience for real. My mom was just like, yes. Damn, Mom. Scared the shit out of me. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get back to our regularly scheduled program and wrap it up.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program in progress.
Well, it was the Pit of Ignorance tonight. Appreciate the homie Scully for joining us for a little bit and JJ for hanging out for the show. I do want to ask, since I got the No Gimmicks crew here, you guys recently did a segment about MPW shutting it down at their main facility where they had a lot of events, a lot of things, a lot of history being made there. How was that for you guys? Was it a bittersweet thing? Was the vibe of the night a celebration, or was it more of a somber tone? Like, I know you guys will talk about it, but here I am, like, I got you here. Let me get something.
Nah, man, it was very much a celebration. A lot of people from MPX's past popped up. The stories that they had came to a head. It was a really, really awesome night. Kind of bittersweet because for me personally, that's where No Gimmicks really grew. Just being able to work with them, establishing that relationship with Matthew Palmer and Richard Hill, Matt Andrews, the Pruitts, became like a family. And then working with JJ, our relationship was formed at MPX, getting him on the network. So that building became like really, really special just in the years that we were there. And being there that last night was really important. But knowing what MPX is capable of and working towards, Like I'm really proud to say that, you know, I was there in that building and No Gimmicks was a part of that history. So looking forward to seeing what they got next. But yeah, it was awesome. It was a really awesome night.
Yeah, man. I'll kind of piggyback on what Kelvin was saying, especially as someone that started out, you know, on the independent scene as a fan, and MPX was like the first company that caught my attention and kept my attention. Because as y'all know, you know, the independents are all over the damn place. Especially down here in Texas. Like there's so many, you can throw a rock and hit 15. But for MPX, man, they hold a special place because, like Kelvin touched on, and that's something that's a key selling point for MPX. It's a family atmosphere. You know, when you walk in, whether it's your first show, they're going to make you feel like, hey, you are now one of us. You're an MPX addict. You know, shout out to Matt Andrews because he really does something cool at intermission. Hey, my first time addicts, you know, we want to know who you are. We want to see where you are. And then 15, 30 minutes later, they're like, oh man, they're greeted by all these people, these wrestlers, these fans. And then they're like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. So to have that feeling show after show, year after year, working with Stephen Kirby before he closed the door and passed it down to the Palmers and the Pruitts, was like, man, that's special. And then seeing what the Palmers and the Pruitts have done is special. Like these guys are onto something, you know, MPX as a whole, they're onto something. And Kelvin touched on it. We first met at an MPX show. Lo and behold, he was sitting behind me, and I want to say it was when Nick Nemeth came out, and we both were like, what the hell? Like, Nick Nemeth, TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth is in the building. And then from there, it's been one thing after another, like catching lightning in a bottle. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for what the next chapter is. I know we're in a little bit of a hiatus right now until they get their new building secured. They have the Purge, which is coming up July the 11th. It's in Fort Worth, my stomping grounds. All I can say is if you haven't checked out MPX, you don't have to be in Texas. You can be anywhere. Follow their socials. Check them out. Metroplex Wrestling, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram. Check them out, man. Once you see your first taste of MPX, you're going to want more.
Cool. And then before we bounce, just are y'all looking forward to a Clash in Italy tomorrow or not? I only asked because I put it in the group. Like, bro, Double or Nothing was wild. Like I watched Double or Nothing. I'm like, bro, this takes me back to my youth. Like when I'm thinking of a review. Right. And then I'm comparing that to these PLEs, and I'm just like, because the amount of people they had on that card, the weight behind each match, though, I'm just like, everything means something tonight at Double or Nothing. And you just look at these other matches, you're just like, I'm not poo-pooing if you're a WWE fan, cool, you know, if you love it, I love it for you. But just like it's apples and oranges to me. And
bro, Double or Nothing ruined it for the majority of WWE PLEs. They ruined it.
I don't know. Like I'll keep getting the thing like, hey, tomorrow, Clash at Italy, and I'm just like, bro, didn't we just have Backlash? Didn't we just have Saturday Night Main Event? Didn't we? Why so many of these things? And there's no big storyline going into it unless they're trying to have. Is Roman doing a Roman and Fatu fighting at this one or no?
They are.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Tribal combat of all things. Yeah, I don't know, dude. These PLEs are starting to get hard to watch. And again, no offense to all the WWE people out there. I used to be one of those. It's just like over time, man. The product, man, it's just starting to get stale, you know, like AEW is firing on all cylinders. Hell, TNA, for what it's worth, like TNA is starting to figure it out, putting some stuff out there. They're making you want to pay attention to it. The indies are on fire. And then it's like, all right, we keep getting the same old. Tribal combat. We just saw what happened the last two times between Roman and Jacob. So now if Jacob don't win, I don't care for Jacob anymore. And that's a problem,
100%. 100. Well, I don't want to steal too much no gimmicks thunder, but I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the little TV back here, I was streaming USDN chairman. He had a live stream tonight. So if you haven't been checking, he was talking to a couple of creators, the Wright brothers. I love the play on words they got. They write and they do the comments and stuff. So
that's beautiful.
Make sure you check that out. Obviously, no gimmicks is popping off. The Ignite Crew's popping off. I would just say the easiest place to catch up on all this is you either come to the DFPN YouTube, the DFPN Facebook, or the DFPN website, which we'll all link in the description at the bottom. Post video so you guys can catch up. Oh,
right there.
We have a young black Steve Jobs among Black Mac out here figuring out
right there
and stuff. But yeah, check it out. The website is where you're going to find all the stuff, find the links to where you can listen to the podcast audio and all that other stuff. But I will say, from what I've been seeing, the network is fucking crushing it right now. It's set on like an autopilot, and people aren't satisfied with it being on autopilot. They want to take it to another level. And I just love when everybody's energy is the same and we all want to see each other grow. So I don't know if you got anything else to add, Black. Anything
no, sir.
JJ, where can people find you at? Talk about a little bit about the D1 Ignite Crew.
Man, like you said, catch us on the DFPN, Facebook, YouTube. We are D1 Ignite University, the only D1 Ignite University podcast out there. If you stumble across a logo, it's got the Triple D background. We rep Dallas out here, baby, not the Cowboys, because we don't do all that, but we do rep the Triple D, and class is always in session. We love having fun. Wednesday nights, normally you can catch us live, but if you missed it, you can always replay it. We got the audios. If not the next day, then definitely by the end of the week, the audios are out. So love to see y'all pop by and hang out with the Ignite Crew sometime.
Yeah, they got a Facebook group as well. So if you have some sports takes, please throw them in
Drop
there.
them.
They do respond, and conversations are hilarious. So
yes, and it's not even about sports. We talk about anything that comes to mind. Our last show, we were talking about Iceman. So yeah, take that as you will.
Did he go? Y'all think he went 3 for 3 or nah?
I think he went 0 for 3, dog. Like, we're being honest. Like
that's y'all go check that episode. I gotta go. Because I could just imagine. I just imagine y'all talking about that, man. But
if you're reading this, it's too late.
Oh shit. But let us get out of here. Again, thanks to the D1 crew. Next time y'all gotta bring y'all homie JB with y'all, man. We need y'all have strength over here. But
as long as he's alive when he come back from the Big Easy, I got you.
I gotta check in on the boy, man. I've went through that city once or twice during the hours of darkness. It's shit can go left real quick, and not in a bad way. I mean, you be out here like, oh, I'm gonna just go here. Next thing you know, you waking up dehydrated, all your money gone, had the best time of your life. You don't remember it. But that's the city. Mike, you want to go ahead and sign us out?
Oh man, y'all know what it is. For the homie, Mac, aka your boy, I am Bret Like a King, made us Kelvin Cayley. That is JJ Jefferson. The pit of ignorance. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Have love, make sex. Peace.
Peace.
I know those eyes, your devotion, so this ain't right. I know those eyes,